Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is September 23rd, 2023, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the S&P 500. This is SPY I'll be looking at this time on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only because, as we all know, trading is risky. If you're interested in trading, please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and see if trading is something that's actually suitable for you. And if it is, contact us here at Right Side Trading. Contact me, Solomon Davis, or soldavis at yahoo.com. Talk to you and see if we can help. All right, let's just jump right on in here to the charts and take a look and see what's going on and all. And I'm going to just go ahead. Oh, as you can see, I do have some virtual trades out here, and I'll let this stuff stay. Yeah, I'll let this stuff stay. And let's zoom on in here and take a look at this quarterly chart and all. All right, on the quarter chart, as we can see, this market is red on the quarter. We're still above my line. Volatility has gone up a little bit, so I am actually placing some spread trades. And this is how I usually do my spread trades. I let it give myself an alert before it actually gets to the strike that I actually sold. That's what you are seeing here. And as you can, this other thing that you see, this green one, that's my closing order. So get that out of the way. You'll be seeing it on all charts, and I'm leaving it there. I place it in my virtual account because a lot of times I do not go into my live account and all unless I'm placing a trade, and I like watching stuff here and all. So I don't like getting too anxious about doing things. I set things and I kind of let them go and let my alerts tell me what to do. I try to trade my plan. I plan my trades and I try to trade my plan. It'll be try. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, as we can see, we're getting close to that 10 moving average or 9 moving average that I happen to have on here. I have my 9 that I like using. 10 thing was something that I picked up at a group thing. I have always used a 9, since I started trading, based on some other guys and things, people that I had talked to before. I got involved in a lot of other stuff. So this is what I've always used. This is what, again, like I said, if I get to know a little bit about me, I work with some. I went to a thing where I got to actually talk with some professional traders, and this is one of the things that they actually used. So as we can see, we are forming we had that bullish harami at the top. We are actually getting confirmation of that bullish harami. It's the same thing that was on the other one where this hammer didn't get quite high enough to give us an evening star, but we did have a harami pattern, a bullish harami, a bearish harami, and we're getting confirmation of that bearish harami pattern. And now the thing is, directional trades. The directional trades, I did trade one this week to the downside, and I take it off me. I'm a quick trader. I'm in and out of the market. I make my 50 cents, dollars, my dime, or whatever I'm trying to make in the market, I'm out. And then I can say, then I can do the ha, coulda, shoulda, woulda, and all that kind of stuff. But I made the money that I was expecting to make on the trade, and that's what I look for, and that's the way I do it. Now I'll look to see if this market is going to actually drop some more, and if it drops some more, I'm not looking for it to drop below maybe 400. It might come on. That 400 is way down here, as you can see. I don't really expect it to. It might come down to this area here, this 408, 410 area, and bounce. This is where it launched out of this area that we can see on the monthly chart. So I really don't expect it to get lower than this right here, right now, But next week we can get where this market may drop down to this area. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. And I'll probably, if I see something to make me think that another directional trade will work, I will try to do it earlier in the week and see what happens. No trade recommendation. I'm not talking any numbers. I'm not talking any strikes. I'm not talking how I'm doing it. But that's just my outlook on the market. I'm seeing that this market, we have one more week in this month, and this thing can go down another week. Have to just kind of wait and see. All right, let's take a quick look at the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, zoom in a little bit here, and you can see, we kind of like went up. We made one leg down, back up, one leg down, will we get that pushed down a little bit more than back up, or And that's what I'm kind of expecting. I want to see this thing push back up a little bit and then go down and all is what I'm looking for. That's why I'm kind of out right now and just have spread stuff on some time and see what's going to happen on this pullback and back up. But as you can see, we had 3 red weeks. We're actually getting confirmation of that. Let me zoom in here a little bit better where you can see this. This is the bearish harami, and we definitely now, before last week I said, oh, I don't know, we're still an inside week. Now we did get confirmation of that, and actually filled this gap that I was kind of, I mentioned. This is definitely one of these, this is definitely a clear gap, jailer gap, whatever we want to call it. This is a clear gap that it actually has filled now. It was a small gap. There was another gap right down here that we like looking at, and it's not quite filled that yet. That's why I'm saying I can see a little push down or maybe a little bit more. But let me zoom in like right in here like this but I don't expect it to get below maybe 420, definitely not down in the 410 area, so 420, I can see this thing definitely maybe going down this low and filling this gap right here, our next gap down here, a bigger gap, and then we can drop a little bit more before we reverse and go back up, and that can happen all next week. So I'm only talking about 10 points, on this right here. This doesn't tend to move that much. This was a big week last week, and we've been having we do get some big weeks in here, so it is definitely possible to drop down here to this 410, 20 points or more down in this 410 range before we bounce, if it actually comes down into this area here and turn around, So, but it's definitely room for it, more room to the downside, bottom line. But let's take a quick look at the daily chart. And on the daily chart, daily noise. See, and this is what kind of got me though here on Friday. We ended up getting this gap down a couple of days ago on Thursday, and then it didn't really move that much here. And right now on the daily chart, our stochastic is down here at the bottom. But we all who knows, if you use a stochastic, it can hang out there at the bottom for a while before it turns back up. And that's why you have to be patient and wait for it to turn back up before you start doing anything to the upside, because it can continue dropping while it's down here. And that's what I see. And that's all I really want to share at this time. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.